Salmon bot says, enter over. Scene switch Tyrell phone Bilabox cloud, 3612, 82 milliseconds. Cat the cat says,
Hi,
OMG
Cassie.
Fish Street.
So there's one right here like there was last time. I wonder if it's actually the same fish. Or they were kind of like right down here, but... still the same area of the river.
Cat the cat says, could be.
Yeah, so, they were kind of right there where that, like, clear area is. It's not as clear today, but, and it was that brown and, like...
That guy just swimming there 24/7.
Yeah. I mean, that's just... one of them was that color. There was a, brown one and a, like... red or purple or whatever it is one, and there's one of them just right there. Oh wait, there's another one a little further back. I didn't see that one. But look at that, another one just showed up. He came swimming down the river.
Cat the cat says, it's the same couple. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know where that one came from. It's going kind of back up the river now. It just came flying, zooming down the river like really fast. And then kind of stopped over right beside that one, and now it looks like it's swimming back up. It could have been like just right here, because I can't see under the water there from the way the sun's shining on it.
Cat the cat says, there was one red one and one camouflaged
Yeah,
one.
and right now there's one red and one like camouflage one down there. Oh, here's another red one coming up that just, look at that, it just came out from under the bridge where I could see it. There's like freaking tons of fish here today. So right here there's two red ones and then that brown one or gray one or whatever, which is what we saw last.
Says, maybe this is just a popular henna.
Yeah, maybe. And there was originally just one red and one like camouflage one, like you said. But like this other one just showed up. And it's just hanging out beside the first one that was already here. Where's the other one at? Is it still out in the middle of the river? I don't see it now. It was like right there, so I'm assuming it's up there someplace where I can't see through the water from the glare. But yeah, definitely so far more fish than last time I came here. Like last time I think I saw 4 or 5 the whole time, and I've already seen 4 just in this area. I mean, there's 3 right here. You can see where the camera zoomed in.
Sideways.
What, you said the red one used to go forward and come back and the brown one went sideways? Oh, last time? Yeah, they were both doing some interesting stuff last time. Because like that, the red one, I thought it had left and went up the river, and I went up the river to look for it, and then when I came back, I came back and then it came swimming back, or I assume it was the same fish. I need to come here on the weekend. They, all this month, every weekend, so they'll be here tomorrow. There's, aquarium people that'll, like, answer questions and stuff. That's the only thing I know about the fish, is stuff that I remember, or kind of remember that they've told me before. But I should, come here and have them re-explain exactly what all they do. And then I could, and then I can stream here and explain it better.
Hence the cat says, I must be aquarium people about the behaviors.
Uh-huh. I mean, I could come here on the weekend streaming and ask them if they mind being on video on a live stream and take questions. But I feel like that would be a bit awkward probably for them, but I don't know.
Clip interview.
They're all, I think the ones that are here before, they said they've just volunteered to come here on the weekend and answer questions. So I guess they, oh. This just flew up and landed right below me, pigeon. Oh, the pigeon scared the fish. It flew right over the water. You know, at least I'm assuming it scared them. That one jumped way over there. And the other one kind of jumped over and then just stayed. But yeah, I mean, I think they're all like volunteering to just come here and answer questions because they like answering questions. So somebody that's doing that probably wouldn't mind answering questions for chat. Or at least be less likely to mind. I mean, usually people that don't want to be on camera or talk are people that are, you know, don't like talking to people. And if you don't like talking to people, at least have it assumed, then you, or at least afraid of people talking to people IRL, then you're definitely, at least I definitely wouldn't go volunteer to just go talk to strangers for a whole day. That's too stressful. Guess in a few minutes I'll maybe go up the river and see how many other fishes that I see around. I was just wondering, this other one showed back up, so I was wondering if it was going to swim off or just stay here. I think you can kind of tell in the stream that whole area is like clear, like the rocks down here are like more brown. They have like mud or algae or something growing on them, and then right there they look all like you can see the different color of rocks better. They're all really clean, and that's what I remember them telling me before. It's like they clean them off and lay eggs.
Seems like they might just stay there for days.
I would assume so, but the one of those weren't here when I first walked up, so. But yeah, from what I remember them saying before, they clear off an area and lay their eggs, and then they just stay there, swim right over them and protect them. Basically swim there until they die.
The cat says, do they ever rest on the bottom or do they swim all the time?
they just swim all the time.
Mr. Benicid says, hello,
Hi,
average
Mr.
son.
Winnie Cat. Which, I don't know, they could go rest or something, like, that's why I was wondering, that one that wasn't here, maybe its eggs are there also, and it went down to, like, the edge of the shore someplace where the water wasn't as strong, and maybe rested, and then came back. Because, like, I mean, it's hanging out there now, like it's planning on staying there. Oh, it's kind of, which is still moving more, because the one with the white head or whatever is, I think, the one that wasn't here to begin with and swam up. And it kind of went over in the middle of the creek, and now it's going right over to the edge. Now they're both pulling back a little. Oh, now they're really at a shallow place. It gets shallower right there. That one of those was its tail was sticking out of the water.
Mr. Benicid says, where are you?
Cedar River, the same place I was last time I watched salmon. So there's 3 here. There's a brown one right there. Also, that's hard to see. And there was another one earlier that
says, if there were cats there, they would catch those fish so easily.
Yeah. There was another one that had swum down and came down to here and then went back up the river. Yeah, they would. They could just jump in the water and the fish are just, hanging out there. Interesting where they hang out. Also, both of those are hanging out. There's like it dips down there. The water gets a little deeper, and they're kind of hanging out in it. And then that brown one has been hanging out basically a little further back and a little more towards the middle of the river. I was coming up. If I walk up more, you can only really see off in that direction. So you have to walk up and look kind of downriver to be able to see, like out there. I'm gonna go on up the river and see if I can find some more fish, and then I'll come back down, and I guess we'll see if these are still here or not when I get back down here. They're all 3 there right now. This one looks like it's swimming up. What? Why is this one leaving now? It's the one that showed up. Maybe it's going upstream, and maybe it stopped there to rest.
Cats the cat says, it's gonna go back, I bet.
So I was wondering. You can't, it's right down there. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I can just barely see it. I mean, one of those is hanging out in like a deeper area. So the water is probably not, since it's deeper right there, it's probably not moving as fast. It could have come upstream, be going upriver, and come up and just like rested there for a minute. I mean, you see both of those are still just staying put right where they're at. Well, I can't see that one anymore. I guess I'll go on up, and if it's here again when I come back. I mean, it could be a different one, but I hadn't seen any other red ones with a white head like that one had. So at least we'd have a good idea if it's the same fish. Oh, it's still, I see it again. It's still right down there. It looked like it had gone up. Oh, there's two of them down there now. There's two of them right there that I can just barely see some of the time. Oh, here they both are right here, coming down more. They both moved down right beside each other, and then they both moved back up right at the same time. Really interesting. It's like, what are they doing? These two are still down here. Oh, you just saw one of them just a little bit again. I wonder if I walk down there, if you can see better. Again, maybe a little bit. I thought the light would be at a different angle. Anyways, let's go see what else we can see. There's like darker clouds. It almost looks like it's gonna rain soon. It rained a bunch this morning, but then it stopped. It hadn't rained any this afternoon. Or it hadn't rained in a few hours, I guess. It did rain some about 2 o'clock. That's a really, really bright red tree over there. Or like 2 of them. Oh, I was thinking about it because when I went kayaking at that place, there was like dog statues and stuff on a bunch of the docks. I assume to scare birds off.
Says, you have a gym there or something.
This is a senior center. Yeah, well, it says Renton Senior Activity Center. So yeah, it has like an outdoor gym. Looks like anybody can just use the outdoor gym. There was another one kind of on the other side of the bridge. Yeah, look, see, this building has owls on it. Owl statues. I assume those are also to keep the birds away. I've been here before, but I don't know I've ever noticed the owl statues. But yeah, it's a little gym. Like a little workout stuff. There's another one over. I think you were here last time when I walked over to the other side, and they have like pull-up bars and a bunch of stuff. I wonder if there's any fish over this way.
Cats, the cat says, yay, the other side have bullet
Yeah.
bars.
This one just has some other stuff. I don't see any out here. I see it really actually is starting to look like it's gonna rain. Like dark clouds moving in. Go walk on all the way down here, down to the other bridge where we saw fish last time. And there's usually every year fish there. So that's probably the next best place. And then we can see if there's any between here and there. I don't see any out here anywhere either. This is actually a better day to come than last time I came. It was sunny. This is a cloudy, overcast day. I didn't really think about it would be that much better, but it's a lot easier to see in the water. Like if I look back that way, it's harder because the sky is lighter, but the sky is really dark this way. And if you look way down the river, it's hard to see underwater. But just looking like straight out, I can see like all the way across the river. I guess it's easiest to see under the, like right at each side of the bridge, where you're like kind of in the bridge shadow. There's a kind of clean area where, like the other ones where they laid eggs, but I don't see any fish. And it might just be from something else. Oh, here's one right here. Oh, here's two of them right down here. This is another really clean area right there. So I assume both of these are maybe hanging out here. And oh, that one just darted out in the middle. Okay, maybe not. don't know. I guess maybe they are just hanging out in this area. I wonder why that one that's like went around in a circle. Oh, there's a brown one here also. It's way smaller, and you can hardly see it. I don't even. It's right there. I couldn't even see it on the camera. I had to keep looking, and then looking back down at the screen. But there's a really small one right there. I don't even know where the brown one went. I was like out in the middle of the river and looked back and it's gone.
Mr. Winnicott says, those birds are loud, beaming face with smiling eyes. Beaming face with
Sounded
smiling
like
eyes.
some crows or something. Hanging out in a tree. Oh, there's a seagull out in the middle of the river. Hey, here's 3 of them. There's another one that just was like going down river. Where is it headed? It's way out there. It's just going like fast downriver, like it's just being washed downriver. I wonder if that's one that I wonder if it's going downriver for something, or if that's one that got too tired to swim and is just being washed down the river now. I don't even see it. Which it was moving about as fast as the water. Dang. It like when it washed up to those other 2, it kind of circled around like it was trying to stop for a minute, and then it just kept going down the river. Yeah, these 2 I think are definitely just hanging out because it looks like they laid eggs there. Oh, there's that brown one also. So it's like 3 of them here just hanging out. Whoa. They all 3 just like zoomed off down the river. Like, I was still pointing it here to see if they came back, but the 2 red ones that are easy to see, I saw them like way down there. Oh, they just went back. Oh, that's interesting. There's one here and one just went darting up that way. I was waiting to see if the one that went up would come back down, but I hadn't seen it yet. So there's just like one of them hanging out right there. Yeah. Yeah, so there was that one brown camouflage one or whatever, and 2 red. And I've so far only seen 1 red that's come back after they got the zoomies and all zoomed off. Well, I don't see the other red one now. There's also dogs up here running in the water, it sounds like. Which also, when the fish first got the zoomies, was when the lady was getting closer with her dogs. I was almost wondering if they, I don't know. I wonder if they're like hanging out there to protect the eggs. I wonder if there's like animals or whatever nearby that they're worried about. If they like zoom off to try to get them to like chase them and not like eat the eggs or something. Yeah, I don't see, they're all gone now. None of them have come back. Kind of weird. Oh, there's a bunch of dirty water coming down the river now, like mud. I'm assuming from the dogs flying in the water. Right here at the edge, there's a bunch coming down. Well, I guess I'll go on down to the other bridge, like I was talking about going, and see if I see any more. And we can see if those come back when I come back down this way. Right now you won't be able to see if they come back because all the dirty water is coming down. Look how like somebody dropped a bunch of grapes on the ground. Huh. Looks like a whole uh-oh, here's you can tell where some doggos got in the water. Ran in and out of the water. There's a big leaf. I thought it was a fish at first, but it's a giant leaf floating down the river. And that is something else. It almost looks like that toy one of the dogs had. It was like a ball or something. Uh-oh. I think I don't see it, that one carrying anything now. I think it might have lost its toy in the river. Renton Park Run, free timed weekly 5K every Saturday 9 a.m. Cedar River Trailhead under the 405 in Renton. Maybe I wonder if I can run a 5K. And imagine getting up at 9 a.m. though. I should tell Farrell about that. She had been I think there's a lot of 5Ks around, and she's never, races or whatever, and she's never done one. But she had been trying to get into running for a while. Like she had some app on her phone that kept up with it, and she would run a little more every time. I think to try to work up to be able to do a 5K or something. Oh. I didn't see the fish at first, but I saw, well, now I can't see the fish, but when I first walked up, I saw two. I just saw a clear area where it looks like where they would lay their eggs, and then I looked back, and there were two fish there. But they both swam a little bit further up, and I can't see in there from the glare. Where'd they both go? Did I scare them when I walked up? But I looked down there just for a minute and there was two red fish, and then they both like darted forward. You can see there better because under the shadow of the bridge. I wonder how many there are along here that I don't actually see because I can't see in the water in this part from the glare. They're all, I thought they were leaving. Oh, no, they are. Thought we could do duck watching also. Uh-oh, there's one long one there, and it's like making noises. Did it just get left behind? Oh, now it's making noises, and it's headed down the river. Like, it looks like it's actually swimming fast down the river, like faster than the current takes it. I wonder if that's quacking like, you freaking jerks, leaving me? Yeah, the whole other group left, and this one is chasing them now, making noise. That's funny. Look, these trees here, they'll be really, really pretty in a few weeks. Because the whole tree will be like bright red, like the top is starting to turn. And then these will be, some of them turn yellow. They'll be really pretty in a few weeks. Really, probably a few more weeks, or maybe another week or something. I think those parts of them were already starting to turn last week when I came here to look at fish. And they haven't that much, so maybe a few more weeks. And they'll be bright. There's something out in the middle of the river that's bright. I could see it better before I got up to it, but I don't know what that is, but there's some orange object on the bottom of the river, like right there. You know, I was just thinking about it because you can hear the water washing into the bush here. The river is quite a bit higher than it was last week when I came here. Or at least a little higher, I think. And it has rained quite a few times since then. So maybe I guess it's rained enough. I don't remember that sounding like that last time. I guess it's rained enough to raise the river a little bit. It's not that much higher, but it does seem like it's a bit higher. Right, there's a salmon right down there. You can't really hardly see it through the water, but through the glare. But there's one like right down here. Can't see it at all on the phone.
Mr. Winnicott says, yes, I think it is a bit higher.
Yeah, and I've definitely seen it lower than this. Oh, there's two more right down here. And there's one right there. And I see a couple up there also. So there's a bunch here. I don't know why they like certain parts of the river, but like every single year, there's a lot right here. So like the aquarium people will usually go over to the other side of the library, and then there'll also be a few of them right here hanging out, and like maybe up on the bridge, because you can go up on the sidewalk up there and see them. I don't really know what. So I thought there'd be some here, and there's like multiple of them. Oh, there's like just fish all down there. Oh my, look at this. There's literally fish all down there. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's two or three more up there. I'll go up on the bridge. Should be able to see. Because there's, it looks like 2 more right down there. I can barely see. But usually you can see through the glare up on the bridge when you're looking straight down. Oh, there's some people up on the bridge pointing like over there also and pointing over here. So I guess there's fish on the other side of the river also. We found all the salmon. Oh, there's a brown one right there also that I can hardly see. The brown ones are really hard to see. I mean, that one also is kind of brown, but a little bit lighter where it's easier to see. I think we saw a blue one last time. I know I've seen blue ones before, but I haven't seen any today. I'll go up on the bridge now and look at them. I was wondering what all this yelling over here was. This is kids yelling at each other. The heck? There's a gallon jug floating down the river. Yeah, there's some more down there that you can see a lot better now. Okay, when I walk further out, then you can see that way better. And then there's one right here in front of the in front of those rocks, and then there's 2 more right there. I thought I could see them down there also just a little bit when I was on the path, but it was really hard to see. Oh, and there's a really big clear area right here. And I think I just saw a glimpse of another fish. It really looks like it's getting windy, really windy now. Like it's fixing to start pouring. Actually, I think I just felt some water. I can't see anything from over here. You see that big, like, clear area there? It's like a really huge area where it looks like where they laid eggs. And look at how windy it's getting. Oh, and all the birds flying by. I guess you can see the most and see them the best just from like right here. So that big clear area I talked about, looks like it's at least 3 fish in it that I can see, kind of. The camera won't hardly pick them up from there, but I can make out there's 3 right in it right now, and there's one a few feet down in the river. So I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 of them there. That's kind of crazy. And then there's 2 hanging out kind of between a little ways further down the river, between there and the bank. So it's like, I think about 4 there, and then there's 2 hanging out right down there. And then all the ones up here. There's like, I don't know, 10 or 15 fish just in this area of the river. Oh, that's what they were spawning at. There's one right down here by the bank. I can see it this way because the light's not glaring off the water. I mean, that was cool. Looks like it actually might be about to start raining. So I'm gonna start heading back. And I'll check the other places and see if those other fish are still there. It just got way cooler. Like, it was like 62 is what my car said, where I parked at. And it's been nice and warm. And it's like, it just got chilly within like the last like 5 or 10 minutes. Really windy and like way colder feeling. Which I don't know. That looks like rain over there. It might all be going by. Oh, here's two. One of the ones right here. I saw one here that looked like it was going up the river. But they both disappeared. It's hard to keep up with them because some of them move pretty fast. Unless, like, there's one right there just hanging out. But, like, the other two I saw were moving, and, like, there'll be one place where you can see them, and then they move like a foot forward, and you can't see through the glare. There's basically a lot of them, all the way from, like, the bridge all the way down to here is, like, just freaking, like, fish. Pretty much.
Miss Dominique says, I would have thought there would be more ducks there.
So, I think all the ducks actually head out to the lake in the evening. Like, there was that big group of ducks and they went off with that one calling them. Because I've been here, like, closer down to the lake, and about this time of day, about like an hour before dusk or something, you'll just see ducks just cruising down the river. Like, you'll see a group and then you'll see another group, like, headed down and stuff. And, like, this trail goes all the way out to the lake, and if you go down there, like, right at sunset or whatever, there'll be, like, tons and tons of ducks out on the lake, right where the river runs in at. So, I mean, I don't know if that's what ducks usually do. That's just what it seems like they do from me seeing them. It seems like they all head out down there. So they might all already be down at the lake by now. Because earlier in the day, I feel like you do see a lot more ducks. And there were some when I was headed up river. But yeah, I don't see a single duck anywhere now. They've all just vacated the area. Let's see. So there's a couple fish on this side of the bridge, and then the fish on the I'll go look and see if these are here, and then there's a few more like halfway down. Oh no, they were on the other side of the other one. You can't hardly see from the glare, but I could just barely see a tail of one sticking out there. But there is a clear area there, like they've laid eggs. Oh, there you can see it pretty well. So I guess these are just hanging out here. They've laid eggs. Or at least there's at least one there hanging out. But yeah. Dude, these clouds, it looks like it's gonna freaking pour over there. Or at least they look like rain clouds to me. They're going by, so I mean it's not gonna rain where I'm at if those are rain clouds. It is chilly though. I'm starting to get cold. I wore just a really, really thin jacket and shorts because it was like actually warm out here. Like I almost didn't even wear the thin jacket, but I thought it might start getting cool before it got dark. But it cooled off really, really fast when it started getting windy. I mean, it might not actually be that much cooler. It might just be the wind makes it feel cooler, but it feels like 10 degrees colder than it did like 15 minutes ago. Oh, look, there's a corgi over there and some other little doggo going on a walk. Oh yes, I watched part of the stream yesterday. It actually didn't look as horrible as I thought it might. Like it had those two huge gaps and when I didn't have cell service for 10 minutes. But most of the time, when Starlink would cut out, completely disconnect and it'd go to a BRB screen. But most of the time, when there was actually video to watch, it wasn't too horribly bad. It seemed like I thought it was like, well, I figured the phone was showing it was really, really bad bit rate. And part of it was really pixelated, but it kept just completely missing frames. But it seemed like it wasn't cutting out my talking hardly at all. At least out of the parts I listened to. There was a few parts where it cut out a couple of words, but at least you can that's mostly what I was worried about, is people not being able to hear me. The thing was right here and it just went straight darting around and went off to the other side of the river.
Mr. Winnicott says, I thought most of the stream looked good.
Yeah, it's hard to talk to chat if it's cutting out so bad that they can't hear what I say, but most of the time it seemed like when it got low on bit rate, it was just skipping like a second of video, and then when it showed video again, it didn't actually look that bad. But it at least had sound most of the time when the video was frozen. I mean, it looked really good when I was up in the mountains when it was using Starlink, because Starlink most of the time had just really, really good bit rate, or it would just completely die, like disconnect. But yeah, it's cool. It dropped bit rate so much, I just imagine it was horrendous most of it. It actually didn't seem too bad.
Mr. Winnicott says, we heard most of your speech, it was a good stream.
Cool. Yeah, after yesterday, I was thinking it cuts out bad enough when I'm driving. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to go try to stream at North Cascade. But I think it'd be okay. North Cascade, I'd have cell service going all the way up there. Half of the drive going up there is just pretty going up the valley to the park. And it all it'd be at least enough cell service to go along with Starlink to make it look probably mostly not cut out at all. It might just look bad. And there's a really cool trail where you can hike up to the waterfall and view Halem, and there's good cell service there, so I could do that. And then there's a few places where it would probably cut out really bad going into the park, but it would just be for a few minutes, and then it should be good at the overlooks. That's part of why I was watching it last night. I was trying to watch it last night before I forgot about which parts of the stream I was worried about the most. So I tried to watch some of the parts and see get an idea of where I can use it and where I can't use the thing. It's still really, really cool, and I can definitely stream some places without Starlink that I can't without. And talking about there's no ducks, there's no people either. Like, it got windy and started looking like it's gonna pour rain, and like all the people vacated also, because I was like walking by people and stuff back up that way, and other than those 2 people walking their dogs, I hadn't seen anybody hardly. Oh, look, the gym, they have a is this a ping pong table? I think that's or do you play something else on those kinds of tables also? I think it's a ping pong table, so you could play that here. Oh, there's also like a checkerboard looking thing. Like, I assume you can play checkers if you have or chess if you have the pieces. Well, the radar made it look like it might rain, but I think all the rain is all that stuff right there going instead of over me, right beside me. And none of this looks like it's going to be rain clouds. There's actually a little blue sky up there. So I think I'm good as far as getting rained on. I keep feeling mist a few times. But I think it's also just, I think it's probably raining over there, and just a little mist over here. Well, dang, now I think at least one fish is still down there, but it's too dark now. I didn't think about it being this dark under the bridge. Can the phone see better than me? Oh, the phone can see better than me. Right, hold on, what's under there? I can't see the bottom at all. When I first zoomed in, it was lighter. What the heck? So there's like one fish right there, I think. There's not enough light to get it to work hardly. Oh well. I was gonna see if that one with the white head that left showed back up, but I can only really make out like one. So I guess we won't know. it's just too dark to see now.
She says she's.
There are some kind of rain clouds looking over that way. Over that way. What time is it? 6:37. You want to go down to the lake and see if there's ducks? I don't really see any reason not to. We were talking about all the ducks going. I was talking about they go down to the lake this time of day. I'll drive down there though, because it's like a bit of a walk, and I'm not going to get down there before the trail goes all the way down there, but I'm not going to get down there before it gets dark. Here, let me set the phone right here.
Mr. Winnicott says, how long does it take to get to where the ducks may be?
Driving like three or 4 minutes. Oops, I turned the phone off. I'm sorry. Chat. Okay, hello. Hi. I zoomed in the wrong camera. I swear, sometimes I know how to stream. Occasionally I know how to stream.
Wi-Fi is on.
So, I was thinking about walking down the trail some more anyways. I would walk all the way down to the lake and back. It'd take me like 15 minutes or something to walk down there probably. And then like, if I walked fast, 10 or 15 to get back, I don't know. But kind of worried it's gonna start raining. So I thought I'd just drive down there. There'll be lots of ducks and birds there this time of day. And if I want to walk more and it doesn't look like it's about to start pouring, because it looks dank over that way. And the radar showed like heavy rain, like I'm gonna get soaked. Kind of heavy rain. Oh, that car says 58, so I guess it has cooled off like 4 degrees or something since I have been walking. And it got windy, so I guess that's why it feels like I said, 10 degrees colder. The whole trail's a nice, from where I parked to the lake is a nice trail, and it has lights also. You can just walk it. Wait, oh wait, I'm not turning. Yeah. If I wasn't worried about it getting colder and raining, because see the trail's right here to the left. It's the same one I was walking. It just follows the river all the way down to the lake. Oh, these trees are starting to turn. They get really, really nice looking in the fall. I'll just park here and walk down to the lake. I'll get a little more of a walk in.
Recording stopped.
Alright. Hello, chat. Welcome back. Oh, so this right here on the other side is a Boeing plant. I think it's where they make 747s at. I think it's 747s. It's a huge, huge one. Actually, probably be able to, going down to the lake, probably be able to see inside of it because they keep the doors open and just see it. They have these huge bay doors or whatever that they open. Oh, look at all the seagulls. But like the finished planes where they can let them out, and then there's a big bridge where they can get across the river, and then there's an airport over there. So they take them from across the river, and then they take them off from that airport. Oh, I forgot. This is the bug o'clock here. I just walked through it like a swarm. Because right by the lake and the river, and it's right at dusk. I felt weird. I didn't see that guy walking by. It was kind of funny. And I get out of the car and I'm just talking about the huge plant and pointing my phone at it. And then I turn around and walk up on the sidewalk and then look up and there's someone coming by, and I'm just like, outside my car talking on my phone. But it's normal stuff. I'm used to walking around talking to myself, looking like an idiot. I was wondering if we'd see fish. There's a bunch of freaking dead fish down there in the water. It looks like dead salmon. I don't know if you guys really want to see it. But where the salmon swim down river, or they swim until they, what people told me, until they die. I assume the river washes them down to here, and then the water, this is about where the water gets still enough where it stops washing them. Either that or some fish that people caught and like just threw out at the boat ramp. But I don't see any, at least not live fish.
Hence the
Which I didn't
cat
think
says,
they'd be here,
"Free
because
food."
they don't lay their eggs in the lake, as I remember, is like in the river.
Mr.
Free
Lincoln says,
food?
Yes, I see.
Yes, free food. Oh goodness. No, I don't want to, what does my TTS app say? It's like, my TTS just stopped working. I'm restarting the app. Oh well, my TTS stopped working. There's not hardly any Verizon service here. Like, it works, but it's like dial-up speed. So that phone just I guess doesn't have enough internet. I'll go out this way on this trail. I zoomed in a little because it handles the dark a little better. I guess it's not that big a difference. It also bobs more when I walk. Catsy, I'm sure if you were here, you'd probably eat the seaweed off the beach and pick up the fish out of the river. I just don't really think you would, but I just find it funny, the person that was trying to get me to eat seaweed off the beach is the one that says free food.
Hence the cat says colon free.
Fish. Oh. It's like, my goodness. Here's where they bring the planes out and they take them over to the runway airport and then they fly them off. So this is where all the birds hang out this time of day. I don't think most of these are ducks, but there are like hundreds of birds out there. See so many freaking birds. Massive group of them out there also. Oh, here's some ducks. Those actually look like ducks. But I usually do see the ducks coming down here like an hour before sunset or something. You can even be here and you'll see them like coming out from the river there. Because this is the end of the river where it runs out into the lake. Oh, the rowing center's open. They must be doing classes or something.
Mr. Winnicott says, I see ducks all over.
So I think most of these are... Yeah, actually, so it's like there's some... Those are ducks right there swimming through. But a lot of these are coots. They're like... They look like ducks. All the really high noises you can hear, like toot, 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 or whatever, are the coots. And then the deeper wah, 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 you hear the, ducks. Coots are, they basically like ducks, but they're smaller and they're mostly just solid black. Are they black with white heads? That's what I was thinking. You can't see them because it's too dark here now, but they look a little bit, they look like just mini ducks, kind of.
Well, I still like them, yes, I hear them cool.
Well, I still like them, yes, I hear them cool. Okay, cool. And I don't really ever see coots in the river. They just hang out at the lake. I guess they're like lake birds. Yeah, so that right there is downtown Seattle. The you can't see it much over the hill, but the few of the buildings you can see sticking up there is just the top of the skyscrapers, the ones that are tall enough to see. That's looking up the lake that way. And this is Mercer Island right in the middle. And this is looking up the lake on the east side of Mercer Island, and that's downtown Bellevue that you can see all of those skyscrapers. You can see Bellevue a lot easier because it's just lake. In Seattle, the shoreline of the lake that side is too tall. And there's always little planes landing here. Well, that
Mr.
really
Lincoln
darkens
says,
it when
"It's
it
all
goes
lovely,
to
thank you."
wide angle zoom. Alright, we'll go as wide as we can go without switching lenses. It's all lovely, thank you. Yeah, I thought this would be cool to see, and it was like really close by to where I was already at. You can get some pretty nice sunsets here sometimes also. The clouds are too thick tonight to really, for the sun to shine through them and light them up though. Or I guess it's cloudy over there also. I've seen some here. A lot of times there'll be clouds here, but it's not cloudy off the shore, which is over that way. And so when the sun gets really, really low, it'll get where it's shining up from where it's not cloudy and shining up on the bottom of the clouds over here. And it looks really pretty sometimes. Oh, these planes you can see here, there's one. You can't see that great on the video, and there's another one there. The ones way up in the air, those are all lined up. They line up this time of night, coming into SeaTac. I can see like 3 of them right now lined up behind each other. So like you'll really see them after dark when it gets really busy, and even more on the weekends when there's a lot of like, I guess, evening weekend flights coming in. Sometimes if you're here, you can see them just like lined up across the sky. I guess this is probably the best place to watch the planes come in north of the airport. Des Moines, where I was at when I went bike riding and stood out there by the beach and watched planes, that's a really, really good place to watch them south of the airport if they're coming in or taking off. Most of the places north of the airport, I mean, you can, this is too far away to really see the plane, like what kind of plane it is, but you can see them like all the way across the metro lined up, similar to Des Moines, because down there you're right on the beach. Oh, here's some ducks cruising through. I actually don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know if it's actually Des Moines, which is I think how people say the town in Iowa, like Des Moines, Iowa or something, or if it's Des Moines or something like that. Don't some people say instead of Des Moines, they say like Des Moines or something? I feel like maybe I've heard some local people call it that. I don't know I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not. Like they almost say Moines, like money or something. That might be how it's pronounced in Washington. I have no clue. But I think the other one's Des Moines. And I just call the town here Des Moines. I think they're spelled the same, but I'm actually not sure either.
Mr. Winnikin says, are you the first pronunciation? Des Moines.
Are you the first pronunciation? I mean, it does kind of look like it'd be Des Moines. I don't know. Too bad TTS stopped working. I could see what TTS pronounced it, how it did.
Mr. Winnikin says, I mean I use the first.
I mean, I used the first. Oh, okay. Oh, the first way I said, like, saying it Des Moines. Mm-hmm.
Aramis says, I've heard it pronounced Des Moines.
I've heard it. Hi, Ari.
Mr. Winnikin says, yes, yes.
So you're saying it like Des Moines? Or Moines? Des Moines. How are you today, Ari? Oh, there's a whole bunch of the birds that were on the land out there kind of like jumped off, and the whole group is kind of like moving out into the lake a little more now. You see that? It's kind of dark, so it's hard to tell, but it's a whole freaking like massive group of them slowly moving out. Yeah, I never knew what it was called. I kind of called it Des Moines. When I worked for UPS, I delivered packages there sometimes, and a few of the people called it Des Moines, but at least one of them seemed to kind of said it the other way one time, like he wasn't sure what the correct way to pronounce it was, which he might have also not been actually from here. I would assume most people that are, like, grew up here would know which way is pronounced. So I always still just call it like Des Moines. There's a whole group of the birds over there cruising around. Sore and tired of cat skiing on Wednesday. I emerged out of Thursday thinking, hey, this map isn't even affecting me now. I guess you mean now. I tried to get up out of my chair at work today and my thighs groaned at me. Oh my. I'm doing good. I thought about streaming Beat Saber today and I just didn't want to. Oh, now the group of birds are moving back over to the land. So I decided I would go watch salmon in the river instead. Yes, it's getting late here and I need to rest. All right, good night, Mr. Winnie Cat. Hope you have a nice sleep and nice night. Hope you had a nice time watching. Yeah, I might have a problem. I think I only streamed a game one day last week or maybe I did 2 days last week. Yeah, because I played it on like Monday or Tuesday, and that's when I destroyed myself, where I had to pull myself out of the car with my arms 2 days later because I had played so much Fitbeat, and I had tried Catsey's map again that night. And then I played it Friday last week, so it's been a week since I played it. And Friday I was really excited about playing it since I hadn't played it. I only played it one other day that week, and I didn't play it that long. But then this week I've just, I guess, had too much fun going outside. And I thought about playing it today. And I do kind of want to play the game, but I didn't feel like streaming it. It seemed too annoying. Because it seems like the last few times I usually get nice requests, but also the last few times I've streamed, I've gotten challenge maps and ship posts and everything also. And I'm like, well, I could stream the game and I'll probably have to deal with that stuff, or I can just go watch salmon and not deal with anything. So I went to go watch salmon. I even went and watched Syria for a while, because that usually motivates me to go want to play the game more, and I'll go stream it, and that didn't even motivate me to want to play instead of go watch salmon. So that's what I mean, that I think I might, up the river. So this is the very southern tip of Lake Washington in Renton, because there's the Boeing plant and stuff where they make the planes. And right here is where the Cedar River runs in. And so I had been walking up along the Cedar River. There's a whole bunch of salmon up there, because they swim up the river and lay their eggs this time of year. And there's a few different places, like if you go, I don't know if you know where the library is in downtown Renton, but like there's a bunch of salmon right by there, and they're pretty easy to see if the sun's not reflecting off the water where you can't see. But like there, you'll see clean places on the bottom of the river where the rocks don't have like algae or moss or whatever on them, look really clean. And that's from what I remember from people telling me before. they clean the rocks off and lay eggs, and then the salmon just swim there over where they laid their eggs at to protect them, basically until they die. I want to eat, like he said, free food, sort of. Well, no, you oh goodness. No, he said, I feel bad laughing about this, but it's ridiculous. No, so what he said free food about is I went back down here, there's a boat launch, and there was some dead salmon in the water, and that's what he said free food about. So it's so much worse than you think. You're just like, I don't think you're supposed to catch them. I was like, no, he's talking about getting dead salmon out of the river. I freaking... Oh, That's one of those things, I find it funnier than it should be. Like, it's kind of like some of Serious puns. I like laugh at them and I'm just like, oh, I really hate myself right now. Like, why did I even think this is funny? That was the same way. Him saying free food, I'm just like, why do I think that's funny? And I'm laughing. But it's kind of funny. It's like, in a certain way. But yeah. You can look back at the VOD and you can see the salmon. Most of the stream is just me like pointing the camera down at the water, just watching salmon that are just hanging out at one spot. So it might be a little boring, but it'd probably be fun to go look back at and watch for a few minutes. And I think I'm gonna head back because it's starting to get dark enough that there's not much sunset, that you can't see much on stream. Like, you can hear the birds out here, but you can't really see them much. Yeah. It like starts getting dark and then like 20 minutes later you can't see it all. That's at least what it feels like. I guess in the summer with the sun more north, it would keep like kind of shining around the north, like North Pole or whatever, like for longer, and it would get dark way slower. Because it seemed like in the middle of the summer it'll start getting dark, and then like 45 minutes later it's still not all the way dark, and you can see, just you can almost still see. And now it's just like, whoa, what happened? But yeah, tour real quick for anyone that Ari, if you don't know, or anyone else is here that wasn't here earlier. That's the Boeing plant. I think they make 747s here, something like that. And then that's the east coast side of Lake Washington. That's downtown Bellevue. The phone won't focus on it because it's so dark. And then this right here in the middle is Mercer Island. And then that's the west side of Lake Washington, kind of. And that's downtown Seattle. The shore's too steep for you to really be able to see skyscrapers much, but there's a couple tops of them you can see there sticking up. That's the very top of what you can see of the buildings in downtown Seattle. And that's basically the tour. It's still a bit bright out there. Oh wait, is it even darker in this fish? Wait, me and Ari was just talking about how you can't see anything. But, I mean, there is a little bit of sunlight still coming over the horizon. And hi, fish. completely dark there. Dang. I thought it would be darker here than there because we're further north. Like quite a bit further north. Yeah, about the only thing we could watch is planes land. But all the planes have stopped coming in. Because you can at least see them because they have lights. I'm seeing, here's the back side of the Boeing plant. Sometimes they have all the doors open and you can just see right in there and see all the planes. It's kind of cool. It's dark here. As well as dark as you can get with how many people or for lights and low fog. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't ever think about how it's not actually dark here. But like, you know, yesterday I was at Mount Rainier and I remember commenting when I got close to Enumclaw, it's like, wait, I'm back to town, you can see the sky lit up ahead. Because it's like because like here, you can't see the birds over there as good, but you can see them better here because the sky's lit up there enough that the light's kind of reflecting off of the lake. And I mean, and it's probably not going to get that much darker than this. Like, so you just be able to probably see about this good. And then like, you know, last night at Rainier, it was like actual dark. Man, especially driving through that cloud back down, I couldn't see anything. Like, there was about 2 car lengths ahead of me in the road I could see, and other than that, it's like I had no clue. And here it never ever gets dark enough that I mean, maybe if it's pouring rain, but it mostly never gets dark enough that you know, can't see decently good. I mean, this week also has been like, full moon. So, I was thinking of this week, maybe that was last week that I was remembering. So it has been lighter all the nights anyways, but. Sorry for girl messaged me and I was messaging her back. This is reminding me. Wait, let me reread that. This is reminding me of the last time I went climbing in, however you say that name, Chaloni. My friend had never been anywhere so far from civilization. I was like, it's not just dark, it's advanced dark. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I could see that, like, yesterday up at Rainier. I was like freaked out because that bird was flying by and you could hear its wings, and I commented on it that it was so quiet you could hear stuff like that, and here it's so loud you can't hear like birds flying and stuff, or at least not very loud. But like, I used to be used to that because Like, I would hear traffic some, like, when I grew up. It wasn't anywhere close to as loud as here. But, like, I would go out into the mountains a lot. You didn't have to go that far out. Where I grew up, it wasn't that loud in town. So you didn't have to go that far out to get out where it was just completely quiet. And usually even in town at night, it was really, really quiet because there was not much traffic. But like here, if you're close to the interstate or any like decent sized road, like basically any 4-lane road or anything, there's just traffic 24/7 going down them. So you don't ever not hear cars. And really not any parks I go to that are far enough away from roads that I can't constantly hear cars driving. So it's usually at least loud enough where you can't hear like but yeah, I got used to that. Like, that was something I was used to, but I've gotten so used to it being loud, just being here for a few years, that like it freaks me out when I go out into the mountains and it's just quiet. So if you've never been out of civilization, I don't know how crazy that would be, seeing how quiet it can get or how dark it can get compared to, being loud and bright in a metro. Same here. Yeah, I figured it's just as, dense and noisy and everything there. Actually more, I think where you live is a lot, probably even more than here. I wouldn't mind almost walking a little bit more, but I don't guess there's really much reason. This is probably as nice of a just chatting stream as me driving last night, right? It might be more disorienting with it like bouncing up and down. I'll like walk up to like the next trail it cuts off or something. I kind of got cold sitting there, and now I'm like warming up, and I hadn't really got any exercise today. That's why I wanted to play Beat Saber to get exercise, but I also didn't want to play Beat Saber. I want to get exercise, but I don't want to play Beat Saber. That's the thing. I think I have some problems. I had gotten a few months ago where I didn't really want to play Beat Saber, and then I got full on addicted to it again. But now I kind of don't want to play Beat Saber. And I'll have fun the first time I play it, and then I'll want to play it again. I just need to, go play it one time and be like, oh yeah, this is really fun. I think that's what happens when you don't play it enough. Like, you don't play for a whole week, and you kind of forget in the week, like, just how much fun you had playing. And it is a lot of work, because you have to go put on your, dang headset. And, and if you stream it, you have to strap all the trackers all over you and set up all that stuff and everything also. But you can at least see the airport. It's lit up. I live pretty far out from the city center. It's not only single family houses around me, but it is mostly single family and some slightly denser stuff mixed in. I don't... Well, you know where I live. Do you, like, have dense? Is it denser where I live than where you live? Because I don't know what you mean by city center. Like, don't live anywhere close to Seattle. And it's like, everywhere, like around here, even like the whole east side is less dense than Seattle, other than, you know, maybe downtown Bellevue. But even downtown Bellevue is kind of less dense than downtown Seattle. The size of your lot. Oh, okay. So yeah, kind of, I mean, I could see that. That's why I was thinking, I would say that would be more dense, like houses closer together. Because like that's what I was talking about, why the whole east side is basically less dense in Seattle, because even the areas where it's just subdivisions, like houses on top of houses, everybody has larger yards. Where like, you know, once you get into like Seattle, even where it's single person, like family houses, it's all the really, really small houses with like really, really small yards and everything. Which I guess newer houses are really small yards. Like a lot of those are like like the houses are like 10 feet apart from each other. But other than really, really new stuff, the like in between the real old stuff and the brand new stuff is like where they built houses with like larger yards and stuff. You live closer to Seattle than I do to Oakland. Okay. Is more dense, but it isn't dramatically so. Okay. Okay, so I guess about the same. I'll kind of turn and walk back down this way towards the road and then stop. Which, you know, it's not really that loud here. Like, I can hear the wind in the trees above me and stuff. It's still a lot quieter. It's still a lot louder than when it's like, because there's a stadium back that way with a game going on and all kinds of, like, a loudspeaker going, and then there's noise here from the plant, and then like I can hear a little bit of traffic. So it's not super loud here. It's just really loud compared to on top of a mountain. When the only thing you can hear when there's not a car driving is just some birds flying around and some wind. Really, the most noise I can hear is there's a big road over there on that side of the airport, as far as like what I can hear right now, and you can hear traffic from there. That's actually louder than anything coming from the plant here. The only thing I can hear from coming from here is like some ventilation fans or something, or AC or something. Oh, talking about it getting dark, I didn't say this earlier. You were saying your friend was freaked out about how dark it was. I have a harder time falling asleep if it's pitch dark than if there's a little bit of light in the room, because I'm so used to sleeping in a room that has at least, you know, some light like coming in the window or someplace. So if it's just pitch black where you can't see anything, like, it's just weird. Like, it doesn't scare me or whatever, like where I can't sleep. It's just like, it just kind of weirds me out. Like, I'm laying there. I guess it's more of, I just kind of fall asleep looking up at the ceiling. And then when I can't see anything, it's like my brain doesn't have anything to do, like anything to look at. And it's like harder to fall asleep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think freaked out. Just like surprised, I guess. I guess that's why I should have said like surprised, or yeah, thought it was not normal instead of like freaked out. But anyways, I was thinking about that. I used to go camping a lot, and then I went years without going camping. And then the last time I went camping was, I think, in 2020 or maybe 2021, and I went camping with my dad up near the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on this campground that's on top of a mountain. And this is like quite a ways, like in the wood, like in the park basically. So like it doesn't have like there's basically no light there or anything. So that's like the same way. It was like kind of like what we're, maybe not quite as dark as Rainier, but I guess actually, yeah, probably pretty much as dark and quiet as Rainier. So like, so basically, I was thinking, because we were talking about that, that's the last time I went camping, and I had been used to like going to sleep in a room that I had like an air filter running in, and like lights, and like this was so dark, like I get in my tent and I turn the light off, and you just literally can't see anything. Even after your eyes got adjusted, like I couldn't make out anything, and you couldn't hear anything either, other than occasional like animals rustling in the leaves or something, like who knows, squirrel or bear or who knows what. So I had a hard time falling asleep then, because that was back when I used to, I guess that was in 2020. That's back when I used to stream Beat Saber all night until like it was turning daylight, and then I wanted to go camping with him. So I also then had to try to fall asleep by like midnight or something if I wanted to get any sleep, instead of like, you know, 6 a.m. in the morning. So that was like, I remember having a hard time then falling asleep, because like I didn't want to go to sleep anyways, and then like it's harder for me to fall asleep if there's nothing to, like, you can't see anything or whatever. And I remember that kind of like freaking me out slightly, or not really freaking me out, but like I remember complaining to him about it the next day. It was like I couldn't even go to sleep because I couldn't see anything. And it was quite also at about the time I'd start falling asleep, like something would like rustle in the woods or something and wake me up, and I'm not used to hearing other noises, or I wasn't then. I was used to it just being like an air filter running and not hearing anything other than that. So that's the last time I went camping, and it weirded me out being quiet and being dark. And I just hadn't gone camping since then. Not because I don't want to, because of that, because I don't really care if it's quiet and dark. I can get over it. I just haven't tried to go camping since then. Mostly I've still been, it's not really that nice going camping unless you're on day shift enough that you can fall asleep when it gets dark. Like, because once it gets dark, you can't really do much. You can do a campfire, but like, if it gets dark at like, say like this time of year, like 7 o'clock, you really need to be able to fall asleep by like 9 or something. How do you feel about, since it is an hour from the nearest settlement in one direction and 2.5 in the other? Closer. Oh, well, dang, so that's really, really far out. I mean, that's more further out than anything I've been to. Anywhere I've been, probably. Because, like, Rainier, I was like, 30 minutes from Enumclaw, but there was still, I don't know if it's enough light to make a difference. There was still those cabins and stuff near Crystal Mountain for the ski resort. Like, that might have been an hour away from the nearest, like, real town, but not like that. It wasn't an hour away from, like, the closest light source or whatever, which is what it sounds like that might be more like. And like Enumclaw is just like 30 minutes out of like basically about 30 minutes, 45 minutes from here. And this is like about, Renton's about where you get, when you start getting dense enough where it's kind of like city. And then just stays dense into Seattle, I think. Because kind of, it depends on where you go. Like, south of here, Kent's the same. But, like, you can go, say, like, down towards Maple Valley, and it gets way less dense right after you get, like, or it starts getting dense out of, like, Renton this side. There are a few light sources in the park, but it is only maybe a dozen buildings, and they might not even keep their lights on at night. So still really freaking dark. And like, and that was like what? The closest is like a town of 250 people. So that would still be darker, because I feel like Rainier is still close enough to Seattle and how much light there is here that it would like the sky would still be lit up some. Like, yesterday it was starting to get dark, but it wasn't completely dark. But, like, if I ever went down to Rainier and stayed until it was, like, pitch black, like, a few hours after sunset, I feel like you'd still probably be able to tell, like, one side of the sky would be lit up more from Seattle. Because you're still only, like, an hour and a half from Seattle, maybe, or 2 hours. From a, really big light source, basically. Alright, I guess I'm gonna raid Syria. I think. Yeah, because Syria's, I'm gonna go watch Syria anyways. So I'm gonna raid her and go watch her also. The figure I saw was 2.5 hours from the city, but that is also a city and not the suburb. Okay. Bye, Ari. Yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out. Hope you both have a nice night. And anyone else is here. I'm gonna go home and I guess I'm gonna go home and fix dinner, and then I might try to convince myself to play Beat Saber a little bit off stream. because I was unmotivated. Because I thought, well, I don't know, I was a little tired today also, and I thought, well, I don't know if I want to play for 2 hours, and I don't really want to stream Beat Saber for less. But if I don't stream, I can just go play for 30 minutes, and that'll maybe remind me how fun it is, and then I'll go play it again one day. I don't really like the idea that I hadn't played it in a week, and I didn't want to play it today. Because I don't want to get tired of Beat Saber and stop playing it. That would be, like, sad. Went biking, so couldn't chat. Oh, I see. Nice. I hope you had a nice time biking. That sounds fun. Oh, also, I probably won't play very long, and I might not play. But if anyone here wants to play multiplayer Beat Saber tonight, I might be up for that. If you're not, say, busy or something. I probably only want to play for, like, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes. But this is about one of the few times I would be up for it. So, like, if anyone does, freaking message me on Discord. And I might play. But that does sound fun. Yeah, if we actually only play for 45 minutes or something, it doesn't turn into 2 hours, it wouldn't get in the way of you getting your other stuff done. I assume you mean the dead fish in the river. We don't want you to die from eating dead salmon. Yeah, that. It would be unfortunate. We don't want you to die. River snack. Oh my gosh. Delicious river snack. Anyways, I'm assuming the raid's pretty close to starting. So I'll see y'all later. Whenever next time I stream. My goodness. I almost am thinking Catsy's serious about this slightly. It also wanted me to eat the seaweed off of the beach. But also I don't think they're serious. I at least hope not.